name's Troy Barrett. I'm currently doing a brick and block laying apprenticeship through GTES.
My name's Tim Phelps. I'm the Business Development Manager of GTES. We're a group training company based in Wagga Wagga.
My uncle is a bricklayer and he offered me a labouring job after school, and I took that on and straight away just loved it and stuck with it, asked for an apprenticeship, and that's history.
The majority of our business would come from sole traders, partnerships, those sort of places, probably have one or two apprentices because, we take all the hassles out of employing an apprentice.
It's very rewarding. You can actually see what you've done, and it's more than a job to me. It's a passion. I love it, everything about it, every aspect. I love being outdoors, building something with my hands and seeing what I'm doing.
They are essentially our employees. Legally, we have the responsibility of their employment, so we look after, we pay them, we look after their workers' comp, their superannuation, all that sort of stuff. We enrol them at TAFE and we provide additional support on the job, so counselling, mentoring, all those sort of things.
If there's any dramas, they'll come straight and see you. Any personal protective equipment you need, it's there for you straight away. They've got field officers that'll come on the job, and I guess they're doing the background work that you don't see, looking after your work cover, superannuation, doing the paperwork, so that the host employers, they don't have to do any of that, and it gives them more of an incentive to put on an apprentice because there's no paperwork to do.
We get very intricately involved with both their personal life and obviously their work on the job. But at the end of the day, it's a service to our host employers to make sure that they've got someone showing up each day that's dedicated to their apprenticeship.
I really like, I guess, pushing myself and testing myself to the boundaries. And well, you're doing a job for someone. It's their house. They're putting a lot into it. It's basically their big investment. You're building it for them. You've got to do a good job, and I like taking that responsibility on.
We, as the group training organisation, hold a training contract with the apprentices and trainees, so we're legally bound to the apprentice or trainee, not the host employer. Therefore, if there's issues or if the host employer runs short of work, then it's our responsibility to either move that apprentice on or fix the situation where it lies. So we regularly rotate apprentices amongst a group of host employers, and that can be for a variety of reasons, but one of the biggest ones is just to increase their exposure to different facets of their trade.
At school, I was always going towards university. From year 7, that was my goal. I got to year 10 and started working outside of school, part-time job, and just loved it. And I thought, well, that sort of switched my mindset.
We want people that, are particularly, have an interest in one particular field. Those people generally are far more successful. They have a passion for what they do, so they tend to focus and be more committed, and that's the type of people we look for.
I believe you have to have a passion to do good work. I see a lot of work out there that people are doing which isn't really up to the standard, and I think that maybe their passion has dropped off.
The best way to deal with the skill shortage is to put on apprentices and trainees and get them through to get their qualification. It is a huge reflection on an organisation if they're willing to put back into their industry through training apprentices and trainees, and we value that highly.
It was good to see a bit of a reward for the hard work that you do put in, because I guess you think it's a trade, you're not going to be recognised, you just go and do your job, but it's good to know that there are opportunities out there and people will recognise you for your good work.
I'd recommend using group training to any prospective employer of apprentices, basically because they take the hassles out of the whole arrangement. We recruit, employ, no administration headaches for the host employer, and you get the added support of the group training organisation.
I think it's very important to continue to push yourself. You don't want to hit a low patch or a lull. I think you need to continue climbing. There's so many opportunities out there. You only get one chance at life. I believe you have to fulfil it to the highest and the best that you can do.